I'm just listening to this song for a moment. Probably going to get dinged by YouTube. So the reason I had to listen to the words of that song is because I had a crazy dream with someone's divine masculine. I'm just going to put on some music that I can not get dinged for. I might actually get, this video might not stay up just because of that 1 second of listening. But at least who watches it now will definitely see it. Okay, we'll put this on. I just burned my sage. I am so thankful for that sage. Run got me the sage and that new deck. For some reason, it's the best smelling sage I have ever laid my nose across. It's just so beautiful. So today I'm going to light the new candle here. This is like a ceremony to say goodbye to our old selves, everyone, specifically for the divine masculine. I think it's really good if you listen to that song that I woke up to in my head. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, Boys to Men. I haven't thought of that song since I was, who knows, like, I don't know, in high school and even probably before high school. But what that song is about in reference to my dream, I'm burning my plastic. No. Well, let me get my frankincense crumbles in here for protection over this energy. And what that song is about, when I took a look at the video there, they're all in black. And it's almost as though, I don't know if they're getting ready. It's an old video, okay? It's probably from the 90s. I don't know if they're getting ready for a wedding or a funeral. It's black smoke burning here. Good, let it out. But in my dream, the masculine is getting ready to say goodbye to his old self. And for some of them, it has to do with his ex and whatever they have built together. And it really is hard. If you listen to that song, it's an emotional song because it's like they had these dreams and they talk about the sunshine after the rain and how hard it is to say goodbye to yesterday. And that's for anyone. It doesn't matter, if you're in a strong karmic relationship or not. Saying goodbye to an ex is not easy just because you're used to them. Even if they are terrible people, you're used to it. You're used to being able to call them, or even if you're not able to call them, it's still that person that you're used to, like, pretending to call or try to call or whatever it may be. It's your person, good or bad. It's still hard. I remember the last person I fully left. I don't know why I said that, fully left. But it took 8 months. It really did take a good 8 months. In 2 occasions, actually. One, the person I was engaged to, that took for sure 8 months. And the person I had left right before I met my special person, just because I was guided to leave him, because things just weren't working out. It still took 8 months to get him fully out of my life. It wasn't so much that I wanted to be with him, but my thoughts would still go back to him at times for a good few months. He would still come in and out, like trying to come back for a good, 8 months, literally. And then we had this final moment where it was just very annoying what he did. And I said, I will never talk to you again. I had to cut off a bunch of people, not just him, like a bunch of our mutual companions, I guess you could say, because I don't consider them friends now. But whatever, he got them involved in our situation. I had to cut a lot of people off and fully move on. And from that point, I was still a little nervous he was going to call and all this type of stuff, but he didn't. And I still think to this day, he will come back. He's a Scorpio. I think I'm one of the only women that fully left him. And on top of it, at one point when he came back, he said, have you been with someone else? And I said, yeah, because I had been with someone else and I had moved on. And it wasn't when I was with him. I'm like, I didn't cheat on you. But yeah, I have been with someone else now. And I really want to be with that person. So I made it very clear. And never mind. It was really weird, his reaction. I'll tell you, he roared like a lion, which is the most bizarre thing in the world. He literally took this deep breath and leaned back and screamed like a lion. And he's a Scorpio. Those guys are scary. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what did I release? I don't know. But maybe he did release from that, right? So what this tells me, anyhow, the reason I'm doing this video and I like came right on is because I'm here today to do videos. For those of you that watched the video last night, I did run a special that I only spoke of at the last minute, and I did get bookings from it. So I'm going to speak of it now, but I'm going to tell you, if you want the special from this point today, because it will be the last day at this point, it's going to be an hour for $90 is what it's going to come to. Send it to me via PayPal. I don't have a special link on my website, and it will be done this week. It will be live. Because a lot of people need someone to speak to right now, okay? And they need some answers. And it was actually brought to my attention from someone else. So I know it's important when more than one person is saying to me, Jen, like you should run a special because a lot of people need help right now. So at this point, if you are interested, email me first because I don't have much space available left. And I want to finish it this week. So I've already had a few booked, and just to make sure that you can do it this week and we can arrange the right time, email me first. Let me know when you would be available if you're interested in that session. It will be between Tuesday and Friday. So it's in the next 4 days. And if you can't make it for that, I can't guarantee I can run the special for you just because next week is very busy for me. I'm very booked and I have a lot of stuff to get ready for. So I really wanted, maybe I can give someone a space or two over the weekend. I don't mind that because it's okay. But I do have a really busy week coming up. So I'm going to look into I'm going to start with a card for the divine feminine and masculine, but see exactly what it is that they have to let go of. What is yesterday to them? There's some sort of a connection, some sort of an attachment. And maybe we can see, we'll go through this deck can be quite dark. It talks about blockages. I kind of want to get the book. I grabbed the wrong book for that, but I already know most of the cards here. But to be honest, it's quite good when it comes to blockages. So let me see if I can get it quickly. Let's see. No. Interesting, but it doesn't want to be found, and that is fine with me if that's how it feels. Unfortunate, because it's an amazing... found it. Great. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I want to go on into my dream one more time and tell you what happened before I do this. So in my dream, this is going to sound kind of weird to some people, but I'm guessing this is something we all need to be quite aware of. There's so many, I'm learning about these karmic attachments that people have, and there's so many karmic attachments here. It's not just about boyfriend, girlfriend. It's about mothers, daughters. I put that video on Vimeo where a lot of the masculines are actually, or maybe in a past life, were the father of the karmic, and they're taking on that role again just by providing for them, and taking care of their daughter energy. So yesterday in my dream, this is really weird, the masculine, so this masculine, I'm going to tell you, he was wearing a Gucci belt, and he had tan skin. He was tall and skinny-ish. Like not skinny, I don't know, but he was lengthy. Like, he was a tall person. Also, I don't know. He looked like the way he carried himself was nice. He dressed stylish, and he had on the Gucci belt. And it's funny because I got a Gucci belt last year as a gift, and I put it on this morning because I don't know why I even noticed that. I don't know why that would even, I never had a dream of someone wearing Gucci and shit like that, right? But in my dream he was. And that's something for some of you, because my masculine doesn't wear a Gucci belt, but I know some of you, your masculine may, or maybe that's just reference to their style. Now this is the weird part. He was in a messy home. He was sitting almost on a chair, like it was a comfortable chair, right? So all I saw was him sit down, and it was in a messy home. And it was like there was about to be a serious discussion. But I will say this, what the discussion was about, and I knew, is that he was saying goodbye to his daughter. But this is the weirder part, is that it was our daughter. So our daughter was his karmic. I can't explain how, like I knew. And a lot of times my dreams are like me watching what's going on in a home, in a car, whatever it may be, right? Anywhere. But I'm watching, I'm like above. But I had to send out the vibes that it's okay. It's okay. And so like, I don't know if that means some of us have actually in a past lifetime given birth to this karmic. You know, it was so bizarre. And so it's all connected one way or another. I don't even know the depths of how karma can be connected. I'm looking into it. I'm going to be taking a more extended astrology course as well, because that's important to understand these ties. And I don't know. So for some, it's like, it's almost like you should actually visualize releasing this daughter between the two of you and saying goodbye. She'll be fine. And that was the energy I had. I remember I was like, she'll be okay. She'll be okay. But for him, it was, you know, Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. If you listen to that song, which I hadn't listened to for so long until right now, I was just like, whoa, it's not what I remember. And that goes to a download I got recently, that we don't remember things exactly as they are. So you might be remembering something to be worse than it is. And there's something about how our brains hold on to memories that they alter the memories. So like this was something I should have mentioned yesterday, because it came to me probably within the last 24 hours. I don't know when or where, because I remember when I thought of it, I was like, where did I get that information from? But it had to do with the way that our brain, the capacity of our brain to actually hold a memory that we don't have on video. Like we can't really see what happened, and it changes. And actually, I watched Fernando early this morning. I was up and then I fell asleep again and was sleeping until recently. And Fernando was talking about Gemini specifically. This is weird because now I'm remembering this part. He was talking about mutable signs, the Geminis, how we have many truths because everyone's truth is their own. And it's kind of true the way I think. It's like, I know what I saw. If you say you saw this, I don't care. Like, that's cool. It's what you saw. But it does go back to the message I received prior that our memory plays tricks on us sometimes, and it can definitely make things seem worse than they were. And then here we are, thinking the worst stuff. So anyhow, let's get into this reading. It's 1333. Perfect. It's my number. I'm going to pull for the masculine first. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, he got two then. Okay. Because I'm like, are those the same two that came out the other day? And the feminine. Interesting. Well, that says a lot just off of seeing that card there. Fine. I'll take them all. Why are so many coming out right now? Okay, I see. Wow, okay. So we have these two energies. And the one thing I'm going to notice right off the bat or draw attention to is the top energy is that loon, swan, in the pond energy. And this tells me that on the surface, I'm going to put this down so you guys can see. On the surface, between both parties, things are seeming quite graceful and quite calm. Now, for the masculine, self-reliance, you're strong, independent, often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So this is really interesting because there is this energy here of silence. This goes back to my duck reference, which I've been bringing up. I'm going to now call him Dr. Duck because I accidentally wrote his name wrong once, whatever, in a comment. So Dr. Duck is this reference to engineers that are taught to get a rubber duck, put it in front of them. When they have a problem, explain the problem to the duck, who does not talk back, who does not anything, right? No reaction. And the solution often comes to you. So we have this energy of the loon and intuitive. And this has to do with this masculine remaining quite calm during this, at least appearance wise, okay? Because we do have the snow leopard here. So appearance wise, remaining quite calm, though under the water, we don't see those little finnies going crazy, right? This does have to do with this third party situation. This does have to do with leaving it. Literally, this also has to do for some that they are going to be leaving the home. But they're following the soul, the song of their soul, and trusting their intuition that this is best for everyone involved. There's a lot of anger in this home and resentment in this home. And this person leaving finally realizes that they are unique and they are lovable. And they are seeking more solitude. That is a strong energy here. So it's not, and please make sure it's not about them leaving one home and going to the next. That is not a good idea for anyone, because you do need that 8 months or whatever it may be to you to calm down and to get back to yourself, right? So with this snow leopard and the self-reliance, this is saying that the divine masculine is realizing not only can the other person find self-reliance in themselves, but it's time for him to become dependent from this dependent source from the situation. And he is looking for solitary at this time. He wants to make sure that he is following through with integrity and with a higher purpose. So it's saying use your intuition, once again, that intuition energy, and let your life unfold in silent perfection. This masculine is moving in silence right now. For some of you, that truly means he's not talking to you right now. He's not communicating with you right now, but he is actually going through a lot and making plans to follow his soul and where his intuition is leading him. And for the feminine here, we have this beautiful swan. We have the bison. We have these like two magical, strong energies here. The bison, and this is a white buffalo. This is the sacred buffalo. And we have the unicorn, one of my favorite divine feminine energies. So with this combination, this is saying, the feminine is in a light spot. Look at her compared to the masculine. It's rather different coloring there. She's in this, look at this. It's all white, actually. So that's spirituality. It's all like white, purple, all these higher awakening colors, even this like pastel-y and the transformation. I almost feel like the divine feminine has gone through the transformation because that's behind the unicorns. So she understands everyone has to go through this. Wow. You who glides across the waters of my soul brings me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and spiritual beauty. This is a message from the masculine to the feminine. You have inspired him with your wisdom and light. Can you believe this is coming out like that? You have inspired your person with your wisdom and light. You're helping them transform because you've already done the transformation. And I'm not saying it's over. Trust me, it's not over. We all have some more to go through, but you've handled yourself with elegance and grace and inspired him with dignity and spirit of beauty. And I said he wants to make sure he moves forward with integrity. He wants to have dignity when he's going through this situation. He doesn't want to just leave like a jackass or whatever, but he has to say goodbye and follow his intuition. The sacred Buffalo, cloak me with your wisdom. So divine feminines, you're coming across as very graceful, sacred, and wise. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. And, I feel that that's talking about no matter how cold your masculine was, you still kept yourself warm in your heart, and you still had gratitude, and you still kept in touch with the prayer and with your guides. And literally, you just became more abundant within because, the more you were pushed to the edge, the more you learned about yourself. And this is the most important part of the journey because you're not going to be on the journey unless you're learning something about yourself. Otherwise you'll just get a regular person. So the unicorn, infinite possibilities, because you knew there's infinite possibilities in this world. You knew that. That's why you stayed calm and governed is what I hear. I don't know what that means. It's not even a word I would use. You are the servant of the seen and unseen worlds. Sorry, I'm caught on that one word there. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirit of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become legendary. What that tells me is you're not hanging on to your masculine. It's not that you've abandoned him, but you've abandoned any dark energies that he's dealing with. It's none of your business. You are just sending him warmth and strength, and you still treat him with dignity no matter what, but you're allowing him to find his soul and to find his own light, and you're allowing him to go through this transformation on his own. Okay? So that alone is a huge message. Where do we begin? Because that message is deep. Okay, let's see what's holding the masculine back here. Let me get this book out. The shadow and light energy. So for the masculine, what is he going through? I'm actually going to set these aside and we're going to do the masculine full attention because clearly he's in the darkness and we have this, he's coming out of it though. I feel like the whole gate in August, the Lion's Gate, I feel like a lot happened at that time. Moving forward, things are coming out as a result of that Lion's Gate energy. I really am feeling that. Does something flip over here? Yes. Wow. So that, says a lot in itself. This is the Nutellus princess. So when I say Nutellus, I think of Nutella. So for some of you, maybe your person loves that Nutella. But what this is about is powerful personal growth. So the princess speaks, I know I am strong, but most people think of me as gentle, kind, and good. Now that I am to be the ruler, what if they see me as power hungry, dominating, greedy, or controlling? That is a big sentence in itself. So that goes back to the masculine not wanting to look like the bad guy. That's what I said, why he wants to leave with dignity and integrity, not wanting to look like the bad guy because he's come out of his shell and he's facing his guided truth. And this is an unfortunate situation because this is what's held a lot of the masculines in their situation for so long, is that they're not bad guys. And they look at, the actions that they want to take as being bad, but that's because they're conditioned and they want to come out of their shell. They want to come out of this situation they've been hanging on to. And, and I hear out of pure love, like they are loving energy. They are actually caring energy. And for some of them, they love their family or they love their children, or at once they even loved this person that they had built this with. But like I said, like anger has taken over, revenge has taken over. And it's not from just one, they both affected each other. It's almost like the poison has already been brought in, so there's no going back from that. So let's just see. And when it says now that I'm going to be ruler, he is going to be a ruler now. And it's not that he wasn't before, but now when he goes forward with his full truth, he's actually becoming the real ruler of his life. And that's a huge step for your person. That's a huge step for anyone. The divine feminines know this because you've been there. You've learned to take reign over everything. You've learned to grow and to make choices that you want and not beat yourself up about it. So now your masculine's about to go through these stages that you've already gone through. He doesn't want to be seen as greedy or controlling or power hungry. And that's sad that he thinks that leaving a situation that sucks is going to make him look bad. So maybe for some of them, the wife is going to talk a lot of shit, or the girl, or whatever, whoever this karmic situation, I'm going with a human being. It's not work. It's not like some work situation that he's in love with work. No, it's a human being. He's leaving, possibly either, and he's leaving the home. He's not leaving them, but there's possibly children involved in this too, right? It's not a controlling tactic, except for the fact that he wants control over his own life now and his desires. And he doesn't want to be seen as green, or why did I say green? Green with envy, as envious. Okay, let's see. Whatever the thoughts of those around me, there will be change as I change, and I will continue to hold fast to my Nutellus. I guess the Nutellus is the shell, okay? As it even reminds me to grow in ways that are in tune with my purpose, my integrity, and what I feel is right. I vow to be steadfast and true despite the challenges that are heading my way. I vow not to misuse my power, but use it I will. And as a result, I, like you, will grow in ways that are in tune with my true self and true purpose. I feel like this is a message, this is how your person's feeling and what they want to say to their karmic. Like, you will grow too. We will both grow in our own ways, and we will both find our own unique purpose. This is not where our unique purpose is, because we don't even get along. Okay? So this is all about the masculine taking time to follow his intuition, to listen to the songs of his soul. This is him saying goodbye, and listen to that song. It's so hard to say goodbye. It's still playing in my head, Boys to Men. This is the energy of that song. It's like a happy goodbye, but it's still a goodbye. I'm just hearing the words, like the good times that made us laugh. They had good times between the two of them. Of course they did, or they would not have gotten together. It's interesting that I stopped at Pisces. The last zodiac of the last zodiac is Pisces. And I know this information right now because I listened to Fernando this morning, a few hours ago. And that's the true representation of friendship, he said. This Pisces energy is friendship. So this will become a friendship, or he is, at least your person is at least willing to entertain a friendship. I'm going to leave that out. I'm going to pull one more card and see if there's a message here. So these two came out. The way these cards are read are through spirituality, ultimate experience, trusting your psychic knowing. So this is the energy of the masculine. He's following his dreams. He's following his beliefs. He's following his own values is what's coming up here. He's following his goals and use the most business-like way. And let me see what this resulting from indecision. So I feel like I see in the past he was using a different method of thinking. Like now he's kind of following his heart and what he values. And in the past, he was trying to make it through the reality of day-to-day mundane situations involving money, um, he was trying to make a path. He was trying, not a path, like a plan, because these goats in Capricorn, those are the wall climbing goats. And I actually have done some research on them recently as well. And the message they come with is about make sure you have a plan. So this person was taking the more business-like approach to things in the past instead of following their heart. And the center reason why is about money and finances. This is about the second house and worrying about getting penalties through the money and the finances and in his resources. Okay, so that's interesting to know. But we do have this Capricornian Ram energy here, which also goes back to the devil energy and being tied to something. So that's the energy there. Okay, so now what else? I pulled out all these decks for us. Let me just see. Okay, I actually do want to go to the dream deck and see what comes up here. Future, what we have to look for, like what he has to pay attention to with this new move, with this new shift, with this letting go. Maybe it will tell us some things he's having trouble with letting go of, or what he'll be moving towards, whatever the message is that we need to get. I just want one card. These are real big. One card, please. We'll get the right one, that's for sure. There we go. Okay, so I'm taking the top one. That they all look scary. So we've gotten this before, actually, for the masculine. And this has to do with challenges and pain and memories from childhood. There's an eagle here. I'm actually going to get because this eagle looks like it's attacking the swan. Is it? Yeah, it's an eagle. No, it looks like it's attacking the nice swan. And this is a number 9. This is about, finales about to happen. This is about aggression as well. So the eagle and the stoat close in mortal combat. Oh, this is what was going on in the home. I see. So there was fighting. For some of them in their home, there was actually physical fighting. There was threats. There was, sexual energy as well. We have the 2 people at the top. But this is about domination, to be honest. So there was dominating behavior there. There was poking, and you see, that's the whole needle energy here. It's like poison got put in that relationship. It's like there was a poison of some sort over time that was just released into that situation. We have the breaking through with the ranks, with the players playing. We have an intruder. That to me tells me, he wants to protect or wanted to protect. For some of them, I'll tell you this is a true story in a sense. I'm not saying the whole thing, but someone I know was in a situation with a karmic, and he had happened to get robbed. It wasn't at his home, it was at his business. But when you get robbed, you feel like shattered, because it's like, oh my God, someone broke into my place, took all of my belongings. If anyone had been there, they could have been in danger. It's a very shitty feeling of insecurity after, because you're like, am I secure? Do I have any protection? So the reason I'm telling you this story is because this person I know, he was with a karmic. And so when this happened, he got robbed. They had children together. It really affected him. And he actually ended up becoming closer to the karmic because he felt like he had to protect her, protect the kids, even though this didn't happen at his home. It happened at his business. But he's like, what if they're watching me? What if they're trying to scope out the next spot they're going to come to? And it actually made him get closer to them because of the protection energy. But it didn't make anything better. Now they are not even together. They've had a full divorce. I don't speak to them, but I just know. So, and at that time, you know, for some of them, there's energies when men cheat or when people cheat. And when they go back to their other person, they act differently in the bedroom. I feel something like that. Like this man was being different in the bedroom with the karmic. And that was just him like not wanting to truly be there. And I don't know. I feel a not good energy with that there. Because it is difficult what people go through. And we can't explain how people feel and what they go through mentally. Everyone's unique, right? So execution is another word there, the race. And I feel like the rat race or being executed for what this person wants to do or wanted to do. I'm going to pull one more card and let's see if we get anything. Well, that came out quickly. Are you kidding me? I say, are you kidding me? Because this is the card that we had when we first pulled for the masculine. And basically he's coming like, you know, with this mother issue, with the mother's issue. This is the card of the mother. This is the card of the mother who probably, unfortunately, fucked things up for this masculine by patting him on the back too much, by giving him, feeding the beast in him, taking care of him, making him think he does no wrong. It actually is something like, and in a sense, it was taking from him this overprotective energy of the mother. And then he went and did this protective energy to the karmic. It's all connected, guys. I'm not even going to read this one. It's just absolutely unbelievable how connected this karma all is. And there's something to do with like the mom, the karmic, the masculine and the feminine. I don't pick up, you know, I haven't picked up the feminine's issues too much lately, like as if it's like fatherly issues or something. But I'm definitely picking up a connection with the karma in the situation with the karmic, the mother, and the masculine. They are all tied in some way. And I do feel for many of the feminines, you're tied too, because as I said in my dream, you gave birth to the karmic at one point in another life. Like it's something you have to release as well, and to show the masculine how to release with love. So the visualizations of letting go of all of those other energies could be very important. This is about someone coming to an enlightened moment, the aha moment I spoke of. And it's like this shaman, because we already had walk with the shamans. Maybe this is what happened. He had this enlightening moment and he's like, I'm ready to be that. I'm ready to be honest. I'm ready to be true. I'm ready to be love, almost, you know, walk with the shamans. Now, do I want to pull from that? So I think that this is really answering our questions that we have. I'm not going to pull any more from this because I'm going to do another video after a love video. But this is the situation and it's time to say goodbye to yesterday. I have this sadness card looking up at me. And, you know, as I said, it's not easy. Let's pull one word here to clarify this energy. Here, we'll take it. Self-love. You can't make it up, guys. You really can't. And look at the bottom, we have steadiness, because I thought for a second it was steadfast because it already said steadfast. Anyhow, self-love. Self-love is not egotistical. It shows you and others that you are worthwhile and deserve love in all its many forms. So for any of you that do want to take me up on the hour special for $90, it will be done this week by Friday. So if you don't have time this week, it's probably not really, I don't know. Maybe Saturday and Sunday, I may have 2 spots available on each days, because weekends are the days I don't like to book. So you can email me first just to make sure I can take you, because I did book some people from yesterday and the special's only running, I'm going to say till today for now, and then I'll see if it fills up. I do really appreciate everything. This was a really amazing reading, if you ask me. Listen to the song. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Is that the song? It's so hard to say goodbye. Now I said the yesterday part, so it might have to do with the title. I don't know. I just put in, it's so hard to say goodbye, Boys to Men. Yeah, it is yesterday. I did get the yesterday part. And the wording in that song, it talks about the good times that made us laugh, and he does want them back, but not with that person. It's time to say goodbye. Okay. Let go of the past, good and bad. And what better time than right now during the new moon? Because right now there's no moon. Throw it all in the moon. Throw it all. Like, I look at the new moon as a gaping black hole. That's what I look at it as personally. And I consider it almost a suction to release stuff to, and to get rid of it and just put it right in there. Don't start new things, but do have some completions and endings. And this is actually because we're going to have Mercury retrograde and all these other planets in retrograde. This is the time to start doing some reevaluating and I want to say reorganization. I don't know. Organization has become quite big for me since yesterday. I did a lot of organization, not behind me, as you can see. But this is reassessment. This is time to move forward. And, it does show that the masculine is in a space of quietness. Moving in stillness is the exact wording that was used here, right? Unfolding in silent perfection. That's about divine timing as well for everyone, okay? It unfolds in silent, perfected time. Like, it unfolds when it's meant to. Don't try to fight it. Today's a day of rest. If you can, rest as much as you can. Like, I'm telling you, I never sleep until noon, and I woke up early. I watched a little, I don't know when I watched the YouTube. It might have actually been last night. I might have just woke up early and went back to bed. Then my dad called me and I'm like, Dad, and he's like, you're just waking up. And I'm like, I know. So I needed that rest, and I'm really happy I had it so I can, do what I got to do today, fully energized. And I'm going to be doing some videos monthlies for November now. And I think I'm going to do 2 a month for each sign. I wanted to do 4, but there's no point in promising something that I'm most likely not going to be able to deliver as much as I want to do 4. And if I do and have the time to, I will just call them bonus readings, monthly bonus. Otherwise, I will definitely be doing 2 really good ones. And they won't be short, not too short. So, and there might even be extendeds with them. We'll see. I'm actually also going to be doing monthlies with Sylvia. And we're going to be in San Francisco soon. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to go there just to see it. I don't know. I haven't been there yet. And I hope there's no fires and all that. I don't know what's going on there. I don't think there's anything I can really do besides a donation. I mean, I was at the art supply store the other day and I saw this girl. She had like maybe 7 or 8 cases of pencils. And apparently there was 300 pencils in there and they were cheap. And I said, what are you doing with them? And she said she's bringing them to Ecuador for the children. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, you just bring them there. And I'm like, where do you go? And she's like, I go to the schools. And literally it cost her maybe $7. I think it was $1 a pack. And I was like, whoa, like that's such a simple gesture that could help so many. But like San Francisco isn't poor like that, But that's an idea for others for when you do take a vacation or something. Go and get a few bags of pencils, and maybe someone can find somewhere good for them to go. Because I guess not everyone has, a whole bunch of pencils available to them. We have like, how many do you have in your home? I can see 20 different ones right now that aren't even sharpened and that are really cute Valentine's ones. And it's almost Valentine's. So something, I don't know why I mentioned that. There's always little ways to give back, and that's why I mentioned that. Okay, guys, so I will talk soon. If you want to take me up on my offer, send me an email. I already saw 2 people book, and that's fine. You're okay. But please email me first for everyone else, because I just want to make sure I can fit you in when you have availability too. Like, it's not like I just have 4 days open. There's certain slots. So let me know your time zone and what days would work for you this week, the 4 days. And yeah, okay, bye for now. Some people I will be able to do today. Maybe an extra 1 or 2 people. I do have bookings. But okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here. And I really hope this helped. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Sandra, for the decks. Oh my gosh, am I loving these decks? And I'm so excited to learn the deck you got for us, Ron. This is Beth, I think is the name, your name. It's amazing. Super exciting. This is the 6 of Wands energy where I stopped it. And, you know, actually what's underneath is the 6 of Cups, which is cool because it's not like they come in order like that. They come in their unique category. So, victory of love. Bye for now. You be well too. Bye.